be confident, be honest, cover it off for yourself. You don't have to worry about having all the answers, and there's nothing worse as well than fumbling through, making promises you can't deliver on, and then having to backtrack on them, and that makes things even more awkward. Hey, it's Lucy Sheridan, the comparison coach here. Welcome to another one of my videos. I hope you're a subscriber. If not, you know what to do. Join this list of amazing peeps that are my subscribers so you never miss out on one of these little golden nuggets of videos. Okay, so this video is going to be one for you if you are maybe in the world of work or you're looking to enter the world of work. The reason why I'm recording this video is that when I'm on the way to, for example, a meeting or a big presentation, I'll often report this on my Instagram stories and say, hey, I'm just off to this meeting, like wish me luck, I'm going to be covering this. And I sometimes get messages on Instagram saying, oh my God, like, are you nervous? Good luck. I always get really nervous before meetings. So I wanted to record this video for you if you want to up your confidence and ultimately up your performance and how you handle meetings. If this is something which is new territory for you or isn't new territory but you still feel like you haven't quite mastered it yet. So one of the important things to remember about a meeting is getting it booked in your schedule at a time to suit you as much as you can. So for example, if your boss says to you, hey, can I catch up with you next week and you take me through this information, rather than saying, yeah, let's do it on like a Monday at 8 a.m, which means you're gonna have to work through the whole weekend. Maybe say, yeah, how's Thursday afternoon for you? I'll book a meeting room at 2 o'clock. See you there. Let me know if this doesn't work. And just give yourself some breathing room to really do the preparation that you need to. So make sure, if you can, that the meeting is on a time and a date where you have time to prepare and that you have time to do what you've got to do so you can do really well in the meeting. Don't be surprised if you mess up or you rush, you come over as a bit of a gibbering jelly if you are putting meetings in and not leaving yourself enough time to prepare. Another really top tip when it comes to performing well in a meeting is do your homework. Often, if someone is asking you to have a meeting with them, they are wanting you to share some information with them or to update them on something or share some new ideas. With that in mind, be really clear on the purpose of what the meeting is and then prepare the information according to that. For example, if a client or a boss or someone says to you, can you provide me with an update on X, Y, Z that we discussed last time? Say, yeah, absolutely. I'd like to share these updates with you. Is there anything else you'd like me to take you through as well though? Because what that means is you can be doubly prepared and you have time to build in to do the extra research if you need it. There's nothing worse than going into an important meeting, and arguably every meeting is important, but about to go into an important meeting thinking, oh, fingers crossed, I really hope I've got everything. Which brings me to my next important point as well. Preempt questions or views that you might get. So for example, a big meeting that I went to last week, I was presenting a lot of creative work to my clients that are one of my branding clients that I look after. So the questions that I was thinking are, what else will they need to know? What do I need to tell them about timings? Have costs changed? And I had that information for them so that they could consider the information rather than have to ask the question and then have to have another meeting about that too. Another key point about having a meeting and it going really, really well is take control if it's appropriate for you. So if you're the one that has been asked to set it up, or you are the partner and the client is looking to you to lead, don't be afraid to take control in that way. So when everyone's got settled and has their coffee and have talked about how nice the weather is, be really present and really confident in how you say, thanks so much for joining me today. The purpose of today's meeting is to discuss or agree X, Y, Z. If there are any questions as we go, please feel free to let me know and we can discuss them. Or if you want to save them up to the end, that's also fine too. So I'm going to start with the first item, which is this, and then just constantly direct and lead people. A bit like, when you watch the weather forecast and people will say, it's this day, the weather's going to look like this, and later on it'll look like this. It's providing that container so people can follow you, but it also gives you a sense of control and keeps you really centered as well. And I think they are kind of the main points about having a really good meeting. If there's ever a question where you feel caught off guard, or you feel like you don't have the information, or maybe you've made a mistake, the best thing to do is follow the golden rule of honesty is the best policy. So for example, if someone says, well, have you got that other bit of information, or where are we on this? And if you don't know, you need to be clear about that. Say, you know what, I don't have up-to-date info on that, but I'm going to let you know in the next 24 hours. If indeed you can let them know in the next 24 hours. Or if there's been a delay with something, you can say, a consideration is we're waiting on this. I'm doing everything I can to push that through, but I'm just going to ask you to bear with me for 24 hours while I get the answers that we know are so important to us. You know, be confident, be honest, cover it off for yourself. You don't have to worry about having all the answers, and there's nothing worse as well than fumbling through, making promises you can't deliver on, and then having to backtrack on them, and that makes things even more awkward. So they are my principles for setting up and having a really great meeting. I also, what I do when I feel, sorry, that's my dog wagging a tail across our equipment. I do apologise, guys. But I also think it's important, and something that helps me a lot too, is I visualise a good result. So that big meeting I had last Thursday, I knew it was important. One of the very important people in the room, and the topics we were discussing were important. But rather than thinking, oh, there's so much to go wrong, I remember thinking, there's so much to go right. I'm going to give myself the credit. I'm going to perform as highly as I can, be as efficient as possible, as dynamic as possible, and show that I'm the person they can continue to trust as part of our work together. And I was visualising that a week before on the train there, as I was going up the stairs to the meeting. And as I left, I just went to the ladies' room. I looked in the mirror and thought, goodness, that couldn't have gone any better. And it was just the plan that I was hoping for as well. So there's a number of tools there. I would say implement as you go. Know that some meetings will go dead smoothly and some will feel like they're really higgledy-piggledy and full of challenges, but preempt as much as you can to keep those challenges to a minimum. And when they do come up, be honest about what needs to happen next or where you're at. And just go for it, be confident, own that stage, even if it's just, you know, a small corner in a coffee shop. If someone's asking for your time, asking for your opinion, take up space in that way. It doesn't matter, like I say, if you're in a local Starbucks or you're standing at the end of a board table with 8 pairs of eyes on you, do your preparation, believe in yourself, see it going well, and it will do. So thanks so much for joining me. Rose dropped a tennis ball in support and affirmation for what I'm saying. So she's on board. If you have any questions, of course, meet me in the comments. I always love to discuss these things with you, and I'll be right back at you with another video soon. Cheers.